I want to welcome everybody, and I'm sure we'll have some more people who are coming in a little later. But thank you so much for coming and joining us tonight on our first kickoff of this. We're going to be doing this weekly, and we want to, I'm going to mute everybody for this because we're recording it. And if you want to talk, if you have something to say, everybody's going to, a bunch of people are going to tell their stories. And then if you've got a question towards the end, then please feel free to unmute at that time and ask any questions that you've got. So I want to thank you all for coming. We're going to be doing these, there's door prizes at the very end, and each week we will have a very good door prize. So if you've joined us, and the reason that we're doing these is it's a way for you to be able to invite your friends, and you'll understand why you would want to do that as we go on more. But each time that you join, if you come and you invite a friend, so if anybody has invited somebody that's on here that is not a business builder, well, that's not been joining us on our Zooms and is real, working towards building, if you would please introduce that person, because your name gets to go in the pot twice. So who would like to?
I would like to introduce somebody, Nana.
Okay.
I have Melody. Melody is a distributor and on my team, and Melody's from North Carolina.
Welcome, Melody. Okay. Who else? Who invited Laura?
I did. I can introduce Laura.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Laura Taylor, and she used to be building her Shackley business, but she kind of went away, but she came back, and she's back to start building her Shackley business. So I'm really excited for her to be on today. Glad you're here, Laura, and wanted to welcome her.
Okay, welcome, Laura. I will introduce Cleo. She's been a customer client for how many years? She's used Shackley for 40 years? 41 years, 21 years, 42 years. So she's been an amazing customer. She's got a few clients, but this is a way to invite people to share more. So welcome, Cleo. And Chris, you have Julie, right? Is that from you too, Julie? Okay. And
I also see I've got another friend that popped on, Lucy.
Okay.
Burcham. Lucy's from Louisiana, and she's a new distributor. She's been sharing for about 3 months and is doing a great job. Welcome, awesome. Lucy.
Welcome. And we've also got Kimberly down in on my computer, it's the bottom. She just says Kim, under Kim McGrail. But Kim, she is my daughter, and she's been using products since she was being conceived. So her story is going to be kind of interesting as well. She's going to share a story tonight. Any other guests? I think that's it, right? So welcome. So Julie the reason I asked for that is because whoever you invite, your name goes in twice for the door prize. If your name goes in for yourself first for attending, and then if you invite guests to come on, your name goes in an additional time, as well as the person who that you invited. So I'm excited for the stories. This is different probably than anything that you've been to before that we've done, if you've been to any of our events, because it's always been PowerPoints. And all we're going to do tonight is tell stories. You'll see every now and then, you will see maybe a slide before an introduction, but that's going to be it. It's going to be from the heart tonight. So I want to start out, and our first speaker tonight is going to be, she's going to talk about why Shackley. Why in the world would you do Shackley? Because that's what she got involved in. So Ann is going to be our first speaker.
Hello, everybody. All right, why Shackley? That's kind of a long thing, but the one thing I want to talk about tonight is, if you guys notice that in the grocery store, if you guys go to the grocery store or to drugstore or whatever, there's no limit. There's no like shortage of supplements, right? I was talking about this to a new member of mine, a new distributor of mine, and she didn't even think about that. But I had to show her like the reason we have things on back order. And if I could share this with you, I'd love to share this with you. This is our home site. I'll share this real quick. This is our home site, and this is product availability. You can click on this and see. Does everybody see that, what I'm seeing? Is everybody seeing the availability report? I can't see if you are or not. Yes, okay, good. So this is what we have that's on back order right now. Usually Shaklee has 0 to maybe 2, 3 products on back order. Those of you that have been with Shaklee for a long time know this is to be true. Look at all these items on back order. What does that mean? That means that Shaklee is not going to give you substandard products. They're not going to give you products that have pesticides or insecticides or heavy metals or whatever's in the raw materials that are available right now. They're going to wait to those products that the raw materials that they want and need for their products, for Shaklee products, are available before they do it. They're not going to compromise their integrity or your health. I think that in itself speaks volumes for what this business is about. They're losing money by not doing this, but they'd rather lose money than have you have your health compromised. This is like one of the biggest just proof of the Shaklee difference right here. All these things are temporarily unavailable, temporarily on back order. They'll come back and they give you expected availability date and they'll send them as soon as they're ready. So I have had people order these products in advance to get in line for these products because they need them and want them so much because they have it makes such a difference in their lives and their health. So they know if they depend on them, they're going to order them even if they're on back order so that they get it when they need it. So, and everybody's been very patient because I understand this whole COVID thing has made it kind of hard for Shaklee to get the raw materials that they need because they get them from all over the world and then they manufacture them in the US. And it just speaks volumes to me. So that is my part of sharing about the Shaklee difference. I just thought that was super cool. I mean, it's maybe frustrating for some people, but for others, it's just like, it is proof that we stick by our products and make the best on the market because no one else has anything on back order. Back to you, Nina.
Thanks, Ann. And Susie's going to just share a little bit more about her, like why does she feel it's so important? Why are we so different than other people? I think it's so important for us to understand this from the bottom of our hearts. Go ahead, Susie.
Well, one of the things that I love about Shaklee is knowing that any product that I use, when my kids were younger, it was safe to give to my kids. It was safe to give to my grandkids. And it's because of the testing that Shaklee does. Like Ann was showing, all the products that are in back order with Shaklee right now. That's because we have strict standards. We test for 350 different contaminants on every raw ingredient, which is huge. I mean, and the industry standard right now, if you see anything that says USP certified, that means they're required to test for 100 contaminants. We test for 350 different contaminants on each and every raw ingredient. And then they do testing throughout the whole manufacturing process to maintain its purity and its potency. In fact, over the years, there's been some instances that Shaklee has shared with us, which I found really important, especially in this day and age when, we're worried about contaminants and quality of products. For one of the times, every time Shaklee gets a raw material from a supplier, they get a certificate showing how much all the different contaminants it was tested for. And one of the raw ingredients said it was tested negative for E. coli. Well, Shaklee, they don't rely on that. They do their own testing. And here it turned out that there was actually E. coli in the raw ingredients. So they sent it back to the supplier. Well, here from that same batch, they had sent the raw ingredient to other nutritional companies. So Shaklee basically saved the other companies behinds with that, because they would have been putting out a product that had E. coli in it, not knowing, because they don't test. They rely on the supplier. Another time, just to give you an idea of how strict Shaklee is about things, is one of their products, raw materials, tested for lead. There was no lead in the raw ingredients, but for some reason, the end product kept on they found lead in the end product. I mean, obviously they didn't ship that out because, that's probably one of the products that they put on back order years ago because they were trying to figure out why was there lead in this product. Well, here it turned out that the metal balls that they were using to crush the raw ingredients and pulverize them had lead, and it was leaching in the raw ingredients. I mean, this is just to give you an idea of how strict Shaklee is in their testing and their quality. And so much so that when NASA was looking for nutritional products for their space shuttle astronauts, they came to Shaklee. Over 144 Olympic gold, silver, and bronze medalists, they use Shaklee because of their testing and their purity and their potency and their performance. We have record-breaking world-class athletes around the world that have used Shaklee products for years. So I always say, when the best of the best use Shaklee, or when the best of the best want the best, they choose Shaklee. So why wouldn't you? So that's one thing. It's like I'm always about quality products for my family, and that's one of the things I love about this company is they go far beyond anybody else, and they don't have to do that. Shaklee's always done the right thing because it's the right thing to do, and it's Shaklee's philosophy of products in harmony with nature, products in good health. That's the thing that I love about Shaklee, and that rings true with me. So.
Thanks, Susie. Those of us who've been around for quite a while, we can go on and on about the difference because we have seen the difference. We've seen the recalls. We've seen all the different things from different companies, but we've never had the issue. So a lot of times I feel like, man, are we really pushing almost like we're selling? But no, we're so passionate about the difference. And you can hear that both in Susie and Ann. So the next thing that we're going to do is Julie is going to come on and she's going to share with us the Prove It Challenge. So we're just going to talk. She's going to tell her how did you get started in Shaklee, Julie?
Well, hello everyone. Well, how I got started in Shaklee is my friend Ann, who is on this call. She asked me to come to her house and show me her cleaning products. So I said, sure, I'll come over. So I came over and she showed me all the Shaklee cleaning products. Well, I couldn't believe how toxic all these cleaning products were to my health, and I was poisoning my family not even knowing it. So I just took all my cleaners and threw them out and used the Shaklee cleaners, and then I started using the nutrition, and here I am. So that's my story.
So she's going to introduce.
So most people, when they come into Shaklee, they start with the Prove It Challenge because it's very easy to get started and people have amazing results with it. And in the Prove It Challenge, it comes in that big box right there you see, right to your house, and you get 2 shakes of the protein and a Vitalizer strip box of vitamins. And you also get a free 7-day healthy cleanse. And if you're not a member, you get a free membership and you get free shipping. So I'm going to introduce my friend, Christine Epic. And Christine is lucky enough to live in sunny Florida. Lucky her. And she is a director at a senior living facility near Tampa. And she has an amazing story. I can't wait for you to hear her story about her Prove It Challenge journey. So go ahead. I'll turn it over to you, Christine.
There she goes.
All right. Am I unmuted now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I don't know if there's anything else I have to do. So I started this back in October, was it? October? Yeah. So Julie was coming down to visit and wanted to know if we wanted to go out for dinner. And I said, sure. And she had been telling me about this, and I'll be very honest with you, I was kind of skeptical. I thought, well, that's nice. You keep it to yourself. I got my own life. And so when I went down there, I caught like the last half hour of the conference, and everybody's talking about, oh, how healthy they are, and I've lost weight and all this stuff. And I thought, it's like another Weight Watchers group and stuff. But then this woman comes on about my height, 5'7", about 100 pounds less though than me. And she said, I didn't do this to lose weight. In fact, I haven't lost any weight. I did this because my blood pressure was high. I was insulin diabetic, and I was getting about 2 hours of sleep a night. And I don't have diabetes and I don't have high blood pressure, but I thought, well, doesn't everybody just get 2 hours of sleep? Because that's all I was getting. And she said, so she started this, and now she sleeps 7 to 8 hours a night. And I thought, oh, what I wouldn't give to be able to sleep. And I told Julie, I'm God's honest truth, for the last 15, 16 years, I've taken 2 Advil PMs every night to shut my brain down so that I could get some sleep. And I'd still only get about 2 hours of sleep. So when she told me she could get 7 to 8 hours, I said to Julie, Julie, don't BS me now. Tell me straight up. Can I get sleep if I do this? And she said, yes. And I said, I don't know. I said, how much is this going to cost me? And she told me, and she says, but you can get your money back if it doesn't work. I said, okay. So I did the cleanse. First 2 days were horrible, terrible headaches. But by day 3, I start to feel good. And by day 4, I didn't have to take any Advil PMs. And I slept for 6.5 hours straight through that night. I could not believe it. I called Julie the next day. I was so excited that I got to sleep without anything. And it was solid, good sleep. And all of a sudden, I finished the cleanse. I lost 9 pounds on the cleanse, 4 or 5 inches. I was feeling revitalized. And I've lost almost 40 pounds, not because of the Prove It Challenge, but because the Prove It Challenge helped me get sleep so that I was energized in the morning. And I started walking 5 miles a day, and I ride my stationary bike. I'm up to 10 miles on my stationary bike. I have energy because I've been sleeping, and now I've got to burn off the energy. And here I am 9 months later, 40 pounds lighter and energized, and still sleeping every night 6 to 7 hours. And that's my story.
Oh, Chris, that is so amazing. It's stories like that that keeps us sharing. And I'm sure that you have had a hard time keeping your mouth shut as well.
Oh yeah, I've told several people about it, and I got them to join too.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing with us. I hope that other people gain something from it. I love that. I love that. So, okay, the next person who's going to share here is kind of carrying on with what Chris talked about. One of the main parts of the Prove It Challenge is the protein. So we have tonight, we've got Michelle sharing her story with protein and why is the protein so important. Michelle.
Hello. Can everyone see me now? Yeah, okay. The protein, I don't know what I would do without the protein. I have at least one protein shake a day, if not 2. But I want to first start by telling you that I started Shaklee when I was 15 years old. My parents were into it, so they introduced me to it at a very young age, and I'm very grateful for it because it really taught me so much to go to the meetings and to hear how important it is to stay healthy. So I had to jump on a lot of other people. But I had to, when I had my third child, he's now almost 30 now, he was born with a skin disorder, and it's a rare genetic skin disorder. He doesn't have sweat glands, teeth, hair, and he was very, very ill as an infant. And he wasn't able to eat. He had a hard time swallowing food. And the doctors told me that I would be very fortunate if he lived till he was 5. Well, they said if he lives till he's 5, after that, his lungs should be stronger and he should be okay. So I was very concerned, and I couldn't get him to swallow food. So he lived on the Shaklee protein, and he thrived on it. We would go to the convention so he could see other children like him, and they were all very thin, not healthy. And it was amazing and just a gift. So I'm forever grateful for Shaklee and what it's done for me. So that's why in the last few years I want to share it, because it's just not enough to just tell people about it. I'm building my Shaklee business because I can help so many more people if I get other people to share it also, and someday it might help some other child, another mother, to have the experience that I have. But the reason I feel that the protein shakes are so important, number one, we're all going through worrying about our immune system. The protein shakes keep your immune system high. So I make sure I have 1, if not 2 shakes a day. It gives you energy. It's good for your skin. Every living cell in your body is made up of protein. You do not keep protein in your body, so you got to keep refueling your body with good protein. And Shaklee is, like, I trust all their testing that they do. I know I'm not a scientist or a doctor, but I do know that I can trust what Shaklee has put into this protein powder. And what other brands that you might find in the market might be cheaper, but you don't know what's in them. This is a cold processed protein, which is, again, another really important fact about the Shaklee protein, is the way they manufacture it, that it's never heated, so it doesn't destroy the enzymes or the amino acids, which I think is really important. So I also know that people who use the protein every day, they don't have the cravings for sugars and bad food. So it keeps me really healthy and my family, and I recommend it. And that's it.
Thank you so much, Michelle. How many of you on here use the protein right now? Every day, okay. I just wanted to share this because when I started Shaklee, of course I started and I did the protein. We always start everybody with the protein to build new cells, and then we got a multi and a detoxifier, which is like the Prove It Challenge today. And I didn't take the protein because it was like, okay, I can always throw the vitamins down, but not the protein. And then somebody said to me once, you know, you're missing all your macro and micronutrients, so it's harder to really get the benefit because you're not building new healthy cells either. You're kind of wasting your money. And when they said that to me, I'm like, serious? People can feel better using our vitamins, but if you want to truly build health, that protein is so important. So, okay, our next speaker is one who's going to come and share her story is Karen. And Karen is going to talk to us about our amazing skincare. Before I throw that up, I want to say, years ago, I always said you could go to conference and you could see people and look them in the face, and you could see who was using the protein and who was not. And the biggest place you could always see it was right here on their face. So Karen is going to talk to us about our skincare though. So we have an amazing product. Are you unmuted? When I do this, then you go on the side. Sorry. Karen. Can you not unmute?
I think no, there we go.
There you are. Okay.
I am on.
Okay. I'm like, what happened? I can't.
I got lost. Hi guys. When Nina said when we talked about doing this, I got all excited and I said, okay, I'm going to develop a whole big presentation and tell you all about all the products and the youth anti-aging regimen and go over the highlighting of the products and all the guarantees and all the research and all of a sudden I just said, nah, let the person who invited them talk to them about that. I want to tell you about my reaction to the skincare. When Shaklee came out with the skincare, I started right away. I was like, yeah, I can't wait. And I started using it and didn't quite notice anything right away at the very beginning. I was like, but I'd already been using Shaklee's skincare. So it was like, for me, it wasn't quite a very big transition. But after about 2 or 3 weeks, I started noticing my face was feeling so smooth and my pores were smaller and people were saying, well, you look like you're all rested. You know, what's going on with you? Have you been, taking a vacation or what? And so I was really excited that things started showing up. And, it's always been fun to play with the products, especially like the little masks we have now and the pillows. Oh, I'll let the person who asked you tell you about that. But there's some fun things that are involved in the skincare. But my biggest thing is that I have less wrinkles and my pores are smaller and I can see a difference right away. And my 98-year-old mother, everybody says she's 75, it's like, okay, this is really great. I love the difference and it makes my face feel younger. And I love the BB cream and how it evens out my skin tone and it protects my skin throughout the whole day. And then we have a mascara that makes my eyelashes longer and they're fuller. And I just can't quit talking about all the wonderful things that we have. As a matter of fact, I think I better go to a video because I'll just keep talking. So I think I want to show this to you. Hang on just a second. I need to share screen. I need to go to the video.
None of my friends want to actually be younger. We're proud of our experiences, our families, friendships. We just want to look as young on the outside as we feel on the inside. Introducing Youth, a revolutionary new skincare system that can erase a decade of aging and help you look younger longer. The Youth Advanced Anti-Aging Regimen delivers remarkable results. The key to younger looking skin is accelerating skin cell renewal to a more youthful rate. Our Youth Complex helps your skin act younger so you can look younger longer. 100% of women were clinically proven to have younger looking skin with improvements in just 7 days. And with continued use, 2/3 actually shifted their skin age into a younger decade with Youth. With 8 patents and patents pending, Youth Advanced Anti-Aging Regimen is designed to work together in 4 simple steps. Luminous Gel Oil Cleanser to gently polish, purify, and prepare your skin. Perfecting Skin Toner to exfoliate, hydrate, and nourish. Youth Activating Serum to renew your skin at the cellular level. Age Defense Mineral Moisturizer in the morning to hydrate and protect from sun and pollution. And Advanced Renewal Night Cream to deeply hydrate while you sleep. Improve your results with Radiant C plus E. 20% pure vitamin C plus E to plump, brighten, and visibly reduce the appearance of lines and wrinkles. We've proven you never have to sacrifice safety or purity for effectiveness. That's why our products are developed without harmful chemicals or questionable ingredients. Plus Youth is 100% vegan and cruelty-free. Look as young on the outside as you feel on the inside. Start today and look younger, longer with youth.
Now, I could go for the next hour and a half and tell you all about these products, but I wanted to let you know just quickly that often I'm in a rush in the morning and I don't have time to spend an hour and a half primping and doing all the things that you need to put makeup on and everything like that. But I'm finding now that I wear very little makeup and I feel confident and I still look good. And it's amazing how even wearing less makeup and just by switching skincare products, you can feel better about yourself, and not just inside, but outside too. So I know that this is the skincare I'm going to stick with. I know this is the company I'm going to stick with. And I want you to talk to the person who invited you and make an appointment for an hour of beauty, because you're going to invest in yourself. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Karen. I'll tell you what, when you use that, I am the same thing. I don't wear makeup anymore. And I'm sure there's other ones who've used it for a period of time that don't wear makeup anymore. I put some on. It feels weird to wear makeup after you haven't worn it for a long time. So, okay, the last, well, no, not the last part. The next part that we're going to share is I've got Kimberly Halata coming on, and she's going to share her Shaklee story as to, just a quick Shaklee story as to why she got back into Shaklee. Because she was a baby and she used Shaklee her entire life. So, Kim, go ahead. Can you unmute?
Can you hear me?
Yep. There you are.
All right. So I grew up in Shaklee all my life, took the vitamins. When I was younger, you know, I think every kid has done this, but hit them under the table every once in a while. But then I went out on my own and I thought I knew best. So I had to buy all these wonderful cleaners from the store that I was not allowed to use growing up. And I used that for quite a while. And then we ended up pregnant with our first son, and he developed asthma. And, you know, I bought like the Dreft, the laundry soap that is meant for baby's clothes. And we had to go to the doctor several times for like nebulizer treatments. And it really hurt me to, when you have to see a nurse and a doctor, hold your little kid down and have to go through that. And treatments that you had to give him at home. So my mom, I don't know how it was said or done, but pretty much like, Kimberly, you know better. So I switched to Shaklee's laundry detergents, and Malachi has not had an asthma attack since he was a little kid, and he does the supplements faithfully. He was a very active basketball player. And of course, then I got rid of all of the cleaning nasty chemicals out of my home because I knew better. And I find it very interesting because he just moved out on his own and is living with some guys. And I said, so are you going to buy some laundry detergent? And he's like, well, maybe. So he did a couple loads of laundry at his house. And this past Sunday, he's like, Mom, can I please wash my clothes at your house? Because he knows better. He can't handle, you know, the smell or what it does to you. And I find it so interesting that, you know, our skin is our biggest organ. And whatever we do put on our skin is, they say, within, like in our bloodstream, within 10 minutes. So that is my Shaklee cleaning story.
And the other part of that story that you didn't really talk about is we did protein, liquolein C.
Oh, yes. We did put him on a regimen for sure.
Because Kim was an asthmatic as a child. I had 3 asthmatic kids, even though I was in Shaklee, and it took me a long time to find the recipe to help those kids. And it was protein, liquolein C, and that's what we used with, she has 2 asthmatic kids. So it's in the genes. All right. Our next speaker is going to be, sorry, Kim McGreal. Excuse me. I'll shut up. And she can share because she's just going to go into a little bit more about this and why did she get involved in Shackley. Kim.
Hi everyone. I'm going to start with in the history. My daughter, when she was 2, and she had called me a tree hugger. I ran to her, hugged her tight, and I did not take an insult to that at all. I'm an environmental specialist with my background, but I'm also wanting to care for other people's health and wellness and things like that throughout family history with, sicknesses and things. There was an Earth Day event at my place of work, and across the way from my table was a table for Shackley. And so I had looking, and so went over there, and thank you, Susie, for introducing me to this, because for the last couple of years, I'm still a novice to this, unlike everybody here, but I learn something new every day, and I'm loving it and wanting to bring everybody in with me. Again, it was the green home products that caught my eye first. Like I said, being the environmentalist, I want clean products. I've been to landfills before. Yeah, not so pretty. I can do without. And then learning over 5,800 Windex bottles can be saved from going there with the Shackley, the cleaning supplies. I loved it. But then she also introduced me to the health and the nutrition and everything else. And I was like, ooh, it made me happier even more to learn more. And again, with the cleaning materials and the chemicals, taking the chemistry classes and everything, but it's not good for your safety. It's impacting your skin, your eyes, and, some of the times your respiratory systems. And what do those companies do? They throw in a little lemon seasoning. So, you think it's nice and clean and it's working and it's safe. No, it's not. And again, that's another part of the cleaning products that I loved. And again, that they don't put it in any of the VOCs with I live on acronyms, volatile organic compounds. And then another thing that caught my eye, not only with the green cleaning, was the green with the finance. Because again, instead of buying detergents and stove cleaners and dish cleaners and laundry, laundry is different, but all the other cleaners, you put a little bit of it in the spritz bottle, and there you go for your whole house. And a little bit goes a long way, which I love. And as people have said earlier, you get your 100% money back guarantee and nothing to lose, except for this part, except dirt and a whole lot of toxins. So again, that's why I love the green products.
Thank you so much, Kim. So, we are really, really blessed with this company. I think that anybody who's been involved for a long time, and I think what would happen if something would happen to Shackley? I can't imagine my life. We've got amazing products here. We all know that, or I should hope that if you're into one line, we've got several lines, and I would just encourage you to, to be using all the different product lines that we have available, because there's nothing like them out there. But so how does it work that you start using Shackley, and then how do you go into the part that I'm very passionate about? I'm very passionate about the possibilities of what we have here because of what it's brought to me, what it's brought to my life. It's brought my health. It's brought my children's health. It's brought my, I think back, when I got involved in Shackley many years ago, I got involved for the tax purposes, which is an odd reason maybe to some of you to think about getting involved. But we were getting high wages, and it killed me to give that all to Uncle Sam. And don't ask me why, but somehow or another, I knew that with a business like this, that I would get tax benefits because it's out of your home. So the question that I want to ask you is, are you where you want to be in your life today? Are you happy where you are? Do you love what you're doing? Do you do what you love? Do you have the money that you want to be able to donate? Do you have time freedom? There's a lot of people that have a lot of money. I'm in a group with my mentor, has a lot of people that make a lot of money in there, and they have no time. So having time freedom is huge. But you know what else is huge to me is making a difference in the lives of others that we touch. And it doesn't matter whether it's whether you're making a difference physically or you're making a difference financially. I don't know if you guys like to be your own boss, but I've been my own boss for 40 some years now, and it'll be 41 years next month. It would be very difficult to go back and work for somebody else. Do you start out being your own boss? No, you have to work towards it, just like anything in life. Do you want to be debt-free? Do you like to be recognized for what you do? Do you want financial independence? Do you like to travel? There's so many different things that are possibilities here. So I am very excited to share with you how this works. And it's really weird. Whoops, I got to go into a screen share. Where am I? Come back here. Okay, that's where we're at. Okay, so let me do the screen share here. I want to share with you how this works, okay? Because it always starts with you. It always starts with you. You have to start up by using the products. You have to experience the products. You've got to love the products. And when you love the products, it's like going to a movie. Do you share it with your friends? Do you tell your friends that, oh, you know what? I just found this amazing restaurant. That's what we do here. So you start sharing with some of your friends and family, and you can earn some cash back as Chris said earlier, or Julie, I don't remember which one of them said, that they shared 3 and they got their product for free. You can do that. I always say find 5 people to share with and have those 5 people find 5 people. That's when you start saying, I want to get some money back. I want to have my products paid for, okay? And what happens is you find that, now you find 3 of those people, there will be 3 of those people who end up sharing the same thing and finding 5 people. They're not all going to do that. And when that happens, you just continue. You find 5 who find 5, and that's how you start making an income. That's how you start getting, it doesn't look like a ton of people, but if you've got, you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of 5 here, plus the ones that you personally brought in. And guess what? You have about $1,000 check. And I don't know if $500 to $1,000 a month would make a difference for you, but I know it's made a big difference for a lot of people. Or you can do like I've done, and you can go on and you can share more. This is my lifestyle. I've traveled the world with my children, and I have had 12 free cars. So that may not be at all of interest, but there may be somebody here, or you may have a friend who might have an interest. And that's why I think it's so important to always share this. The average person that comes in likes to make like $500 to $1,000 a month. In network marketing across the industry, that's what 90% of the people end up, that's what they want to make. They're content there. Because that $1,000 a month, think about it. What would $1,000 a month do extra in your home? Would that take some stress off? Would that help you get rid of, if you take that $1,000 a month and just throw it into paying off your house, helping you become independent, that you're not owing to anybody? Or it's easy to get to this level. And what I say, you just go and you figure out how much income do you want to make, and then you work with a person who invited you on here, and that person will help you learn how to move up the ranks in this company. So I just want to finish with saying, Dr. Shackley always said, your future life will be exactly what you decide it to be. So with that, I'm going to say thank you so much for joining us. Does anybody else have any comments or questions that they would like to ask? We can't use a little money at the end of the month. That's so true, especially now with everything that's going on. So many people are, if you've got friends that are hurting and you share this, you will be giving them a gift. So, any questions from anybody?
Nana, I just want to say this is a great platform. I love this. you
Cool.
know, is so non-intimidating. We can invite people that are already in Shackley or people that have never heard anything
Yes.
about Shackley that are just, you know, green and brand new. And, you know, who doesn't love hearing testimonies and stories?
Yeah.
Because most of us have a story. Everybody that started in Shackley has a story.
Yes.
And I love your story, Kim. The environmental part of that, that's such a, and you know, for Susie, how many of us in Shackley are so appreciative of the person that introduced us to Shackley? They gave us a gift. It is such a gift.
Yes.
And once you're there and in it, you're so passionate about sharing it with others that you just can't not share Shackley, I think. For me, after 27 years, I can't not share Shackley. It's just, like you say, it's a lifestyle. It's a part of who I am.
Yes.
So I love this. I think this is, what do you all think?
Thanks, Ellen. Any other comments or questions?
I'll just add something. You know, I was introduced by my parents. Susie and I are sisters, in case you couldn't see the resemblance. We don't have the same last names, but we look the same. And I was a teenager when I started, and you know, I just used the products, didn't care about the business. It wasn't until I had my kids that I wanted to stay home with my kids, and that was my driving force to do Shackley. And one of the intangible benefits that we kind of grazed upon here, besides the money, besides the trips, besides the cars you can earn, is the intangible benefit you get when somebody says, thank you for giving me my health back, or thank you for whatever it is, you know, losing 50 pounds, or thank you for making me, you know, I had somebody that just was like, I had no idea why my knees were hurting until I did the Prove It Challenge. And now I know that this food or that food was creating that. I mean, that is, what kind of industry, what kind of business you could be in where you can get that kind of feel good for doing it, right? So it just it makes you want to share more and more. And every time you find somebody new that's wants to listen and learn, it just energizes you more. So it is like sharing a good movie or a good book or a good restaurant or something, but there's a little bit more when it's something to do with someone's health and you've truly made a difference. And you can, and the longer you do that, the more people you've touched. And you don't even know some of these people because it's that 5-5-5 thing that Nina talked about. You don't even know some of these people, yet you have changed their life. That is just an amazing blessing that we have with this business.
Yes. Thank you, Ann. It's so amazing. I had a guy here the other day to pick some stuff up, not Shackley, something else, because I was doing business with him. And he uses our blood sugar product. And I thought that was part of the reason why he was coming, was to get some more. Because last time he got a bunch, and I thought, okay, he's got to be without now. And he didn't. He said, oh no, I think I'm fine. I think I have another bottle at home yet. And I thought, okay, well, you haven't been using it. Because I knew that he was right at being out. But this afternoon, guess what? I got a message from him and said, I really need that glucose regulation. Guess what? It's on back order. And I said, I'm so sorry. I said, I brought that up here for you, thinking that you needed it. But you thought you had a bottle, and I gave my last bottle to somebody else. I had somebody else that contacted me for that exact same product, and it's on pre-order right now. And I think it comes out, I think it's the 7th or 8th of August. So people who have their blood sugar all over the place, that helps them. It helps them normalize, and then they can live more of a normal life. I had somebody else that said to me, you know what? I think that product can save somebody's life. It's amazing when you're thinking about a certain product, all of a sudden, all of your clients that have been using it come back and say, oh, I need some. Because it's been on pre-order now for what, 2 months, I think. So anyways, all right. Any other comments, questions?
We have our drawing, Nina.
Yep. Okay, if nobody has anything else, Julie put everybody's name into a drawing, and we are going to give out a can of protein. So you can pick the flavor that you'd like, but that whoever's name gets drawn tonight, it's for a free can of protein. So she's got everybody's names in a little basket there. And our lucky winner is
Melody.
Melody. Awesome.
Congratulations, Melody.
Are you in, who invited you again, Melody? Oh, Ellen. Okay.
Ellen.
okay.
I work with Ellen,
Okay.
and I love the protein, so I'm just excited.
Awesome. Awesome. So invite somebody else back next week. So
Okay.
I need, if you can get your address to Ellen, and then Ellen can forward it on to me.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank
That's
you
great.
everybody for joining us tonight, and we will do the exact same thing, same time next week, so that you can invite some other friends. And think about it. If you get one person a week to come on here and join you, when's the last time you shared Shaklee with anybody? Some of you are more often than that, but I'm just thinking, if you invite one person a week to come on, we all have friends, that you can invite one person. Think about the difference that you can make in their life and that it can make for you as well. So with that, I'm going to say thank you for joining us. Oh my land, I've gone almost an hour. I thought it was only going to be half hour tonight. Thank you for being patient. And good
That was
night.
good.
Go ahead.
Thank you.